Hi guys, Lee here, Cosmo's beauty editor. And now as part of our how-to special, I'm going to show you in this video how I do my makeup for every day. So guys, the first step for me is to tie my hair up so it's out of the way, and then I moisturize my skin and let that settle for about 5 minutes. Now my first makeup step is liquid foundation at the moment, and that's because I'm just liking a really sheer coverage. So I pop that on. And I really don't use too much. You just kind of put it into the center of your face and then you want to blend outwards. I don't use a brush because I just don't feel it's necessary. You could use a brush or a sponge, but for me I just think that the fingers are really good because it just helps you work it into your skin. So after I've done my foundation, I'm going to do my eyes. And the reason is that you can sometimes make a little bit of mess under your eye area and you don't want to have to clean that up twice. So the first step of doing my eye makeup, I always use a little bit of eye cream under the eye. And the reason for that is because once we do the concealer in a few minutes time, it'll just sit really nicely and have a nice dewy effect rather than sitting in any lines or dehydration. So we just pop that on. And now for my everyday look, I don't really do eyeshadow all over the eyelid. I do if I'm going out on a Saturday night or something like that, but just for day to day, I just do a little bit of eyeliner and mascara. The way I do my eyeliner is that I start from my pupil and I go outwards, and that's because I want to create the illusion that my eyes are bigger and wider set apart and that really lovely almond shape. So I grab my liner and I basically just start from the middle of my eye and I do light feathery strokes, drawing that outwards. And then what I do is I trace over that with an angled brush, and that just uniforms the line so that it's not so jagged. And from there, I just trace over that with a little bit of black eyeshadow. Now that's the best trick because often if you use black or dark liner on your top lid and then you blink throughout the day, you'll get eyeliner up there. That's how you fix it. You use just a shadow over the top and that sets the eyeliner. So then the next step is mascara. You can curl your lashes if you like, which opens your eyes up. And then the key to mascara is in the wiggling. So don't just swipe it on, instead you need to get right at the bottom of the lash and then you want to zigzag. That's how you're going to coat your lashes and make them look bigger and longer. So after I've done my eyes, I move on to concealer. I don't actually use traditional concealer on my blemishes because I feel like if I did cover them all up that way, I'd have a really heavy base. So instead I use a mineral powder just as a light dusting over my liquid. That also makes my liquid stay longer, which is really great. So I just quickly brush that on and it really does give great coverage and you still get the dewiness coming through from the liquid, which I really like. And then under the eyes. So you've already put your eye cream on so you're nice and dewy and hydrated. Then I just use a liquid concealer because the ones in the pot can sometimes be a bit too thick for the under eye area. And you just dab that into the darkest corner, and then with your ring finger you just want to blend outwards. Now the next step is brows, which are my favourite feature because I really feel like they finish your face. So I just use a clean mascara on to brush my brows up into a nice shape. And then what I do is I use a brow wax as opposed to a brow pencil because I feel like that gives a stronger pigment and more definition. And I just use a little angled brush to fill in any gaps. So at the front we want a really nice sharp shape. And then again just dipping into the wax to fill in any holes, of which I have quite a few at the moment. So the last step for me is finishing off my base, which I do with bronzer and blush. I use a powdered bronzer and I just use it to kind of warm up my complexion. I don't really do too much contouring. The key with bronzer is to really tap the brush so you don't have too much colour on there. And then you just want to go underneath your cheekbones and through your hairline, because if you were to get sunburnt, that's where the sun would actually be hitting you. A little bit under your chin, just to warm you up, tiny bit down the nose and on the chin as well. And I use a cream blush because I feel like it's a little bit more youthful than a powder. And that just goes straight on the apples of the cheeks. And you just blend it in with your finger in a circular motion, like that. And then I'd probably just finish off with some lip balm or a pink lip gloss and you'd be good to go.